Nominated for a BAFTA, 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, and an Oscar, Mikey Madison. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hoarse just watching that.
Oh.
How many hours on end were you screaming for that?
Literally 8 days straight. It was unbelievable, but I've had experience screaming on Productions Force.
Okay.
So it was, I knew what to expect.
Oh my God, I had forgotten how much screaming there was until I just saw that again. Okay, let's be newsy here for a minute, because in the past 2 days, Anora has won Best Picture from the Critics' Choice, the Directors Guild, and the Producers Guild. What are you all going through right now with what's happened just in the last 48 hours?
A lot of excitement. I don't think that we were really expecting it, and so it was very fun. And I think it's also quite surreal for all of us.
I'd be curious to know when it was first a reality that you were going to be playing Annie, and you went through the script at that point, knowing you were going to be doing it, not just auditioning for it. What freaked you out the most about the idea of playing her?
You know, so when I met Sean for the first time, there was no script, and basically met him, had a coffee, and it was the first time in my life that a director had given me a role without auditioning me before.
Crazy.
Very crazy. It was like, I don't know why you want to cast me in this, but
Was he a
I will
Better
take
Things
it.
fan?
No, he had seen a horror film I did, Scream, opening weekend, and then and then he had from that he had remembered me. I had a small part in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Yeah.
when I was a teenager. And so he called me just a couple days later and pitched me the idea and said, "Hey, if you want to do this, I'll write it for you." And I said, "Yes, I would love to." And then from there, it was about a year until we were shooting on set. So I was really able to be a part of the creative process. And, he was giving me updates on the script. So I kind of was just learning as I was going about her. And then eventually I was delivered a full script and able to just build off of that.
I mean, I remember so vividly seeing this movie. It was a Telluride, so it had already played Cannes. But of course, I knew it was going to be good. But I remember seeing it, and just at the very beginning, as we're following Annie through the club, and seeing how she flirts with everyone, and seeing how she goes about her work, and just from that first moment, I was like, "Oh, I am in. I am so into this movie." And then to go back and learn that these, at some points, were 10-minute takes of you in the club. What was that experience like for you as a performer?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, making this film, so much of it was completely new to me. I mean, I've been acting or learning or trying to act for more than a decade now, but I had never shot a film the way Sean Baker shot Anora, in a positive way. But yeah, that whole opening scene of you watching Annie pick up customers, give lap dances, it's all improvised. And so I had a wireless mic, and then the director was just following me on a long lens, and each roll of film's about 10 minutes. So we would shoot for 10 minutes, just me walking up to people. It was a completely live club, talking to men, giving dances and things like that. And I think they were able to just pick little pieces from all of those conversations.
How else would you describe working with Sean Baker, new Directors Guild Award winner, by the way? He's such a cool guy. And I love Red Rocket. We had Simon Rex here a couple of years ago, and I love the Florida Project, Tangerine. Besides what you just described, how else is it unique to work with him?
I think it was just the collaborative nature. I've never been welcomed into the process of making a film like he welcomed me into making our film. I mean, even just from being a part of like the film coming to life just on the script, to him and I talking every single day while he's in the editing room. Just to be a part of all of that was really special, and something that I had been really looking for my entire career, and like hoping that one day I'd be able to have that kind of a relationship with someone like Sean. But yeah, I mean, I think also just his trust in me as an actor to really build this character from the ground up. I mean, he hadn't even heard the accent until the first day of shooting, or didn't know what I had learned in Russian, or, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna have to learn to be a stripper. And so I went to stripper boot camp, and literally, and I took it very seriously, by the way. And so I was like, okay, we're going to film in a couple weeks. I should probably send him some videos of what I've learned. But he just really trusted me. And I think it was just, it was nice to have that trust placed on me. And I trusted him too. And it was sort of very kismet, creative relationship that we had.
This is a question I wasn't going to ask you, but I'm just sitting here talking to you and just remembering how flipped out I was at your performance when I saw it. When you saw the finished product, what did you think? Were you like, wow, I actually did this and it's pretty damn great? Or are you not able to look at yourself that way? Are you critiquing yourself?
Well, the experience of making the film was so special, and also like very transformative, just because of what it was like to make that movie. I learned a lot about myself as a person, as an actor. I grew. And so much had been like building up to sing it for the first time. And Sean was like, do you want to come to the editing room? And I was like, I can't look at it, because I was just so scared. Like, what if I like didn't do my job, or what if I didn't do my character justice in the way that I really wanted to do for her? And so it was just like those personal fears that stopped me from wanting to see it. And then I eventually saw it, and I was just totally in awe of the creativity on all aspects, like the cinematography, the other actors, Sean's incredible direction. And so I was really able to just take a step back and watch it more as an audience member. And I was watching it and I was like, God, it's just not me at all, is it? So I think that also helped.
Real quick, this has been such a, I'm sure, crazy last couple of 9 months or whatever. I just saw a picture of you on the Graham Norton show couch with like Robert De Niro, Brandon Carlile, and Elton John. And then there you are. And I was like, yes, Mikey. Like, has there been a top pinch me experience throughout this whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, why they wanted me on that sofa, I do not know, but I was very happy to be there. Gosh, pinch me moments. I mean, I think it's really just uh, the people I've been able to meet, like the actors and the actresses specifically. And I mean, that those have been pinch me moments, to just get to know the artists that I've admired for so long and be able to like witness their brilliance in person, and sort of create that community that I have been like really searching for. I think those are the moments that I'm like pinching myself.
That's how I feel right now, sitting talking to you. Mikey, Madison, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Incredible. All right, stay right there. Coming up next, another M, Monica Barbaro from A Complete Unknown. Let's take a look at a scene from her movie.